Hey guys and girls, MB-EX-3. The map has a lot of ground, but it's not as particularly complicated as it looks. There is a nice hole in the middle if you would like to use rope. Rope is going to be the only acceptable one, unfortunately. That said, I won't be using rope because I can get through this with our all 3-star team. I'm going to keep in Orchard. I'm going to swap out Adnakiel because I don't need him for this particular map. I instead need a Steward and typically for this map I would trade out Melantha for Popukar, but as Popukar is not a given 3-star, she's a rolled 3-star, I'm going to avoid using her, and I'll stick with Melantha. So, as you see, just the typical spread of operators. It is an AoE heavy map, so you do want to have a couple of AoEs, so off we go. So as I said, there's a hole in the center of the map. Now, as you see, we have no real way of yanking enemies into that hole, so if you were to use rope, you'd use skill 2 and plop her here. That said, we don't have rope, so we're not doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop Vanilla here, or one of your 2-block vanguards here, 2-block very important, and I'm going to plop down Fang here. In addition to this, I am now going to pop down my guard here, facing up. Now, if I were using Popukar or any other AoE guard, there is where I would be putting them. So now from here, we want to drop in a healer, so our little wall of defense can get healed. We want to put down Orchard here. And our caster here, Steward. So from here, it's all fairly straightforward. I'm just going to pop down Lava here. She is facing off to the left, mainly because I want to make sure if any of these guys do manage to sneak through here, Lava is on top of them before they get to Fang. That aside, for this particular map, you will notice that we will lose this Floodlight. It's not a big deal. It's really only there as sort of like a fail-safe because things do get a little bit hairy, but it's not a particularly essential floodlight, so you don't need to worry too much about it. So that'll probably be the last skill use I will get out of Vanilla because things are starting to clog up. So as you can see, we've got one guy here that's made it all the way through. Now that's not a huge issue at the moment, it's when the elites come out that it becomes a huge issue. So now, because I do have 3 coming, I'm going to replace with my tank. And I am going to plop in my AoE sniper here, or you can drop down another AoE caster. It's up to you guys. And now when these elites come out, that's kind of when you want to start being a little bit more cautious about what you're doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to withdraw Fang because I really need someone to be keeping Lava alive, so I'm going to be popping down a second healer. And for the sake of it, I'll activate Orchid's skill. I'll activate Melantha's skill just to help sort that guy out, because once their bindings break, those guys are really nasty, so you really want to be on top of them as quickly as possible. So now the primary one is this floodlight, which as you can see covers all the way up to my tank. As long as this floodlight stays intact, which it should, you won't have too many issues at all. Outside of this, the map just kind of continues on as is. It doesn't really do anything special. The only real difference is that some of these guys won't wait anymore, and so you'll have to catch them as soon as they're coming all the way through. So just cycle skills, be sort of sensible, don't sort of lump them all together unless you're really falling behind. So as you can see, I'm looking pretty dodgy here, so I'm going to start activating skills because stuff's starting to come through a lot quicker. So once again, I've got a fair big clog here, it's okay. From here really, if your skills start running awry, you just keep an eye on your imprisonment device, or floodlight as I've been calling them. Beagle shouldn't really need to use her skill. Aura is a good replacement for Beagle, obviously, because she gets the +1 block with her second skill. But as you can see, that's it. These are the last enemies, so yeah, as you can see, this guy's just broken his shackles, and Beagle is getting absolutely hammered, so if that happens for whatever reason, just hit that floodlight. That is why you use it for these guys specifically, just to keep them locked up. Other than that, guys, that's how you do it. 3 stars, nice and easy for you guys. Obviously, you can go up in stars. Can't always go down, though. Outside of that, if this guide helped you guys, please like, please subscribe, check out my Twitch, and I hope to see you back for the next map.